The Great Lakes Water Authority strives to deliver the nation's best water and sewer services. Regional collaboration and customer partnering are core operating principles.
My name is Jon Wheatley. I'm the Public Finance Manager at Great Lakes Water Authority. My function here is to work with the wholesale customers on the charge setting process. The A would be the distance each customer is from the water treatment plants. The B would be their average elevation in comparison to the water treatment plants. And the big C would be their usage patterns, their contract demands, their max day and their peak hour. The further the customer is away, the more it costs the authority to get the water to their location. So, for example, the system has over 20 pump stations. So the further you are away, the more chance you have of it going through multiple pump stations. There's over 30 reservoirs in this system. And the further you are away, the more miles of transmission lines that the water has to go through to get to you. So that's why we have the additional costs. Each one of our pump stations receives a utility bill from DTE. So we use those utility bills to determine the operating costs for those pump stations, and those go into calculating the customer charges. Between multiple meters within the system, there can be a change in elevation of up to 500 feet. So, that's the equivalent of a 50-story building. One customer may have storage within their community, which would reduce their demands on the system. On the other side, a customer that doesn't have storage would have a lot more peak demands on the system, which would drive their customer charges upwards. For the customers without storage, lawn watering would be a prime example of that. That would cause the spikes in usage, especially during the summer months, and that again drives the customer charges upwards. The two biggest factors in those wholesale contracts is their max day usage and their peak hour usage. Sometime during the summer months, the system will experience its most usage. It's usually on the hottest day of the summer where people are watering their lawns and the system has its highest amount of usage, and that is called the max day. So the system's peak hour would be on that max day when the system has pumped the most water. We take a look at the highest hourly usage on that day. So that would be the peak hour. Communities can also educate their citizens on their water usage. An example of that would be to educate them on watering their lawns in off-peak hours to reduce the customer demands on the system. The off-peak hours would be from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. So the best time for those citizens to water would be in the off-peak hours of 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. So with these education programs, we've seen many communities have reduced system usage during those peak hours, so they've been able to renegotiate their contract demands. Great Lakes Water Authority is working with all of its customers on trying to help them manage their max day and their peak hour contractual values. So if a customer comes to the authority that has just put in storage, we'd be more than willing to take a look at their contract and see what demand values would make sense for them. The Great Lakes Water Authority has a great outreach program for our wholesale customers. The Water Charges Work Group meets on a regular basis to discuss issues related to the customer charges.
Customers are encouraged to participate in these charges rollout meetings held between November and January of each year to discuss budgets and preliminary charges before they are approved by the GLWA board.